Let's all sit on our heels at the back of our mats to begin this practice today. Resting your open palms on your thighs. Begin to lengthen and deepen the breath, bringing yourself right here, right now, into this present awareness. On the next inhalation, sweep up through the arms, gentle back bend. And as we exhale, bring your hands at heart to prayer. Let's keep our focus on our breathing. Gentle, deep, and slow breaths. On the next inhalation, let's sweep through the arms again, a gentle back bend. And as we exhale, slowly come forward into child's pose, resting your neck, allowing the head to come down to the ground. Let's all take a deep breath in together. And as you exhale, walk your hands across to the left side. And you should feel a really deep side body stretch here through the right side of the body. Again, just rest your head and neck here. And just focus on that breath. You can begin to walk your hands back to center and across to the other side. On the next inhalation, let's walk ourselves back to center, coming back to our child's pose. And roll through the spine, lifting the arms and connecting above the head. And bring your hands back down to the chest. Let's move straight into our tabletop foundation and roll ourselves through a couple of cat-cows. Exhale, drop the head and neck, lift the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, look forward. And just keep this going to the rhythm of your own breathing. Let's take one more and then neutralize through the spine, and let's prepare to move on to our next sequence. Hold your core in tight and lift back your left leg and lift forward your right arm. We are going to be moving the leg and arm away from the body while stabilizing through core strength. On the next inhalation, move both the leg and arm in opposite directions and back again, and connect beneath the belly. Let's keep this going. The important thing here is just to try to keep that core strength so that you're stable through the trunk. Inhale to extend and move across, and exhale to connect beneath the belly. You've got this. This is a really beautiful sequence of movements just to fire up the core and start to create heat in the body. And it is a powerful core exercise as well. Let's make this our final round. So exhale, connect beneath the belly, inhale, extend, and now bring the right hand down. We're going to take a couple of push-ups here. Keep that back leg elevated, exhale, coming down, inhale, extend, and just keep this going. Let's take one more push-up. Drop those left toes down to the ground and lift the right knee and leg to the middle of the mat and swivel your body around, taking a supported side plank. Really pull that left arm across, creating a beautiful deep side stretch through the body here. Take a deep breath in here, and as you exhale, come up onto that right leg. Bring your hands behind your head and let's do some crunches, coming down to the right side and up, down, and really contract your stomach muscles as you come up, calling in that core strength. That left leg will be a good stabilizer as well. Just keep this rhythm going to your own breath. Let's take one more crunch. Right hand down. Sweep your left arm up and over. Now we're going to pump that left leg up and down. And every time you kick up, you're really using your core muscles here and your side body strength. Really kick from the glute as well. Last one more good kick up and stop there. We're going to rotate our body now, coming back to tabletop, but keep that left leg elevated. Let's do a couple more push-ups. You are probably feeling the burn by now, and that is really good. Just keep this going, you've got this, and just use that breath. Keep the breath deep. Okay, that was the last one. Let's drop those left toes down. Join your right leg to left. Let's take high plank. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhalation, moving through our chaturanga, inhaling to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Pushing up through the hands and down through the heels. And let's take a deep breath in together, coming forward and down into your child's pose. So now begin to roll your body out of your child's pose and coming back into our tabletop foundation. We're going to move through the same sequence but on the other side. Inhale your right leg straight behind you and your left arm in front, extended. Pulling the core in nice and tight, lifting your belly button up towards your spine. And don't mind me here, I got a bit confused. Just keep it going as I'm saying. So now prepare to move the left arm and right leg out and back in again and connect beneath the belly. Good, just keep this going. Out to extend and in to connect beneath the belly. Again, just remember to move to the rhythm of your own breathing here and just keep that core really tight the whole time. So let's make this one our final time. And drop the left hand down to the ground beside your right hand, and let's take some more push-ups here. Good, just make sure that back leg is strong and straight with a high elevation through the glute muscle. So let's take one more push-up here, and then as you come up, let's swivel on that lowered knee, turning ourselves into that supported side plank. Now really lift up and across to create that deep side body stretch. Reconnect to your breathing and really fill and empty the lungs each time. draw that belly button in tight and let's lift up onto that bent leg, hands behind the head, and take those crunches on the other side. Really activating our obliques here for full control in our motion. Let's take one more crunch here, and as we come up, then drop your left hand down to the ground. And we're going to take those leg pumps. Good, just really pump that leg through the glute muscle here. Full control. Let's take one more leg pump here and then balance ourselves back out to a tabletop foundation and prepare to move into our push-ups again. Keeping that back leg elevated, strong and straight, pull that core in nice and tight. Let's take one more push-up here. Drop that right leg, toes come down, left leg joins right, high plank, and then let's move through our chaturanga. Inhale to up dog, and exhale as we push back into our down dog. Let's just take a moment here to really bring down those heels. Really push into those hips and really lengthen through our down dog. Let's all take a really deep breath in here, and as we exhale, we're going to slowly walk our way up through the central line of our yoga mats up to the front where our hands are. When you get up to the front, just bring those feet side by side. Moving into a forward fold here, bending through the knees if you need that extra support. And just allow your body to gently rest on your thighs, really releasing tension through the neck in particular. Maybe a gentle rock from side to side feels good also. Now take your hands behind the back, interlace the fingers, and let's take a forward fold here again, just opening up through the shoulders. Bend deep into those knees and let's come back up to standing and release the hands and arms. Just take a quick and gentle release by drawing those shoulders back into a mini back bend. On the next inhalation, sweep those arms up above the head, connect the palms and bring your hands to heart. Let's take a couple of rounds of deep breath here and just ground for a moment. Let's prepare to flow it out now. So let's take a deep breath in, lifting through the arms, bending through the back as we sweep up and around, filling those lungs, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step that left leg back, low lunge. Step the right leg back, high plank, and move through your chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step the left foot up between the hands, low lunge through the right leg, Right leg joins left. Inhale, halfway lengthen. And exhale, forward fold. Roll up to stand up, connecting the hands above the head and bring them down to heart. Bend through those knees and inhale as you sweep those arms up and behind you, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, bring the right leg back. Low lunge. And left leg joins, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog and exhale to down dog. Right leg steps forward between the hands. Inhale, low lunge left side. Left leg comes up to join the right, and inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Roll through the body, come up to stand up. Extending through the arms and bringing them back down to your chest. Let's take one more sweeping flow. So inhale as you bend through the knees and sweep the upper body back to a gentle back bend and move into a chair pose now. And let's take a couple of rounds of lifting the heels, drawing the hands into the chest, extending the arms, dropping the heels. Keep it going. Last one, then drop those hands, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, and let's jump straight into our chaturanga. Exhale, come down, inhale to up dog, and exhale, down dog. Stepping your right leg up between the hands and dropping that left heel down and lifting to warrior one. Bring your prayer hands to chest. Inhale, extend, gentle back bend. Back to chest. Extend, gentle back bend. 2 more times. Last time. Now let's sweep those hands all the way down to the ground. Swivel that back heel, high plank, and again moving through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, left leg steps through, drop that back right heel, lift to warrior one. Let's continue with the same arm extensions on this side. Taking the same sequence of arm movements on this side and just keeping the lower body really stable. Let's bring those hands down, return the left to the right, high plank, and move through your chaturanga, inhaling to up dog and exhale to down dog. Really pressing those heels down into the mat. Looking forward, bend through the knees and hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Lift up into your chair pose. Now let's run through our heel lifts and arm extensions once again in our chair. It's quite challenging, so don't worry if you take a topple. Inhale, roll to standing. Hands at prayer for 1 or 2 rounds of breath. Bend through the knees, inhale, sweep up and around, filling the lungs, and exhale again to chair. Forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, jump to plank. And let's move through our chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg steps through up to the front. Left heel comes down, and let's lift to warrior one. Interlace the fingers behind the back and extend those arms and drop forward as you exhale into humble warrior. Let's all take a deep breath in together. And as we exhale, let's slowly draw those shoulders back, lifting back into Warrior One. Feel free to release the arms if you need to. If not, just keep them as they are. Swivel that back heel. Take a step up towards the front leg. Straighten up that front leg. And we're going to do a couple of lunges here. Exhale, coming down. Inhale to lift. Just keep that going. Just make sure that your body is in the same direction as those toes, facing forward. Let's take one more lunge here and then straighten up that back leg into crescent lunge. Inhale through the arms and exhale, release, coming back to high plank and moving through our chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, push back, down dog. Left foot steps through now up to the front. Bring that right heel down and lift up to Warrior One. So same the other side. Let's take our hands in a bind behind us and move forward into Humble Warrior. No pressure through the shoulders here. Just allow the weight of the arms to be what opens up the whole shoulder area. This is a really beautiful posture for anyone holding a lot of emotional grief in the heart. On the next exhalation, let's bring those shoulders and arms back and lift ourselves up to Warrior One. Swivel that back heel to crescent lunge. Take a step up with the right foot and straighten up through the left leg. Let's take the same set of lunges here on this side. So exhale down, inhale, extend. Keep this going. Okay, let's take one more lunge here and then extend through that front leg and move into a crescent lunge through the bottom half of the body. Extend those arms now and release your bind, taking crescent lunge in full. Hands down and to the floor, and let's push back from our plank into down dog. Prepare from your down dog to roll the entire body out to high plank and then move through our chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog and exhale to down dog. Look forward, bending through those knees and take a hop all the way up to the front. Halfway lift, inhale and exhale, forward fold. Bend through those knees and lift to chair. Roll up to stand up. Hands at prayer. Let's just take a couple of rounds of really deep breaths here as we ground and prepare to move into our next sequence. Inhale and move to chair pose. Let's take another round of our heel lifts here, lifting the heels as you bring the hands into the chest, bringing the heels down as you extend the arms. Just keep this going. It does get a little easier with practice. Stabilize and hold your chair. We're going to take a spinal twist. Left elbow to right knee. Moving your gaze up towards the ceiling. Just do a quick check here that your knees are also in alignment here. You don't want to be overextending. Lift the left leg and foot, and with control, bring that left foot behind you and take a crescent lunge through the legs, holding your bind through the upper body. Now we're going to release this bind, so release the hands and gently allow the upper body to come back up and bring that left arm back behind you, extend and reach through the right arm for a little counter stretch here, and then move into warrior two. Keep the legs stable and bring the hands behind the head. We're going to do a couple more crunches here. So right elbow down to right knee and back up again, holding your core strength nice and tight, full control. Good, keep this going. Let's take one more crunch and come up. Release the arms to warrior two. And straighten up that front leg. Let's take our triangle pose, coming forward and down with our right hand, lifting up through the left and looking up towards the left with your gaze. Let's all take a deep breath in here as we prepare to leave this posture. On the next exhalation, put a bend into that front leg. Lift up into warrior two again, and from here we're going to transition to half moon. Left fingertips up towards the ceiling, right fingertips on the ground, and the left leg strong and straight. On your next exhalation, bring the left fingertips down to the ground and balance out through the upper body, making sure that your hips are balanced, and bring the left knee in and extend. In and extend. Keep it going. Last time, bring it in, and then on this extension, just balance the body out and hold this position. And slowly, with control, bring that left foot down and just one step behind the right leg. Moving into pyramid pose and collapsing the upper body down on that front right leg. Don't worry if you cannot touch the forehead to the leg. This takes time and practice. Wherever you are is exactly where you're meant to be. Let's take this moment also to reconnect with our breath. Lengthen the breath and deepen the breath. Inhale, halfway lengthen, extending through the arms and upper back. Step the left foot up to meet the right, halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Bending through the knees, rise up to stand up. Extending through those arms and forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, jump to plank and move through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Bending through those knees, look forward and let's take a hop up to the front. Halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, forward fold. Rolling through the body, rise up to stand up, lift through the arms, deep breath in, and hands at prayer, exhale. Again, just taking this moment to just ground and reconnect to the breath before we move again. Inhale as we drop into our knees and roll through the body, taking a lovely bend, and exhale to chair. And another short round of those heel lifts. Pulling on focus, strength, and balance. Draw those hands into the chest and let's take our twist on the other side now. Really draw air into those lungs even though they may feel compressed. Let's prepare now to bring that right leg back behind us into a crescent lunge variation through the legs, holding that upper body in your twist. Now let's prepare to release and sweep the arms out and around, bringing that right arm behind, left arm extends, and a little gentle back bend. Now move yourself into warrior two, check the stance through the legs. Hands come behind the head and let's take those crunches on the other side. One more crunch here, and then level up, straighten up, open the arms, extend that front leg and move forward into your triangle pose. Now begin to release your triangle by bending into that front leg, coming back to warrior two. Now let's bring those hands down and forward and transition into half moon on the other side. Left fingertips stay on the ground, right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Making sure that the core is pulled in tight here. Right fingertips come down to the ground and level out the upper body. Draw the right knee in and then extend and repeat. One more crunch with that right knee, extend, and then drop that right foot down just one step behind the left into your pyramid pose. Deep breath in and exhale, gently resting that upper body down on your extended left leg. Using those hands on the ground for support. Let's prepare the body to move again. We're going to step up with that right leg joining the left. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Bending through those knees and roll up to stand up, and sweeping those arms with you as you go and fill those lungs. Bringing your hands back down to the ground, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, jump back to plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale, down dog. Now let's take a bend in those knees, look to the front and hop to the front. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, roll through the spine, coming to a standing position, hands at heart. Dive deep into those knees and roll the body back. Inhale deeply and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, bending into those knees and preparing to come down into a seated position on your mat. Lift up to your boat pose. We're going to do a couple of fun exercises here. Roll back and then come back into boat again. So it's a mix of boat and rolling like a ball. Good. This does take a lot of strength and control, and with practice, you're going to nail it. Let's take one more roll and one more boat, and hold your boat. And now let's take those hands behind the body, and we're going to do some boat to canoes. Good. Bring those knees in and lift. Exhale, extend. Keep it going. Let's take one more set. And now hold your boat. We're going to roll back again, but this time really slowly and with control as we move into a plow pose. Take your time. If this doesn't feel good for you today, just back off immediately or check your alignment, but don't push yourself. Never push yourself in any kind of spinal posture. In your plow pose, just work on your breathing now. So you want to keep a regulated breath, and you want to fill and empty your lungs each time. Now let's bring those palms down onto the mat as we prepare to come out of our plow pose. We're going to move really slowly and really gently. Bring each vertebra down one at a time until your hips are on the ground, and then keep those legs elevated. We're going to do some more exercises here. Slowly down and lift. Slowly down and lift. Move to your breath and use that lower core strength to move. Let's do one more. As you bring the legs up, just hold for a moment. Now allow your whole body to come back up onto your elbows, and we're going to do some single leg switches. Keep it going, one and the other. Now keep your left leg extended up and draw that knee into your chest. Right leg is lowered but extended also. This stretch should feel really good. Now bring that left knee up and above the hip, and we're going to move it across to the right side for a gentle spinal twist. Extend the left arm out from the shoulder, palm down, and then when you're ready, turn your gaze towards that left hand. After a couple of deep breaths, you're going to notice your body start to relax and release into this stretch. Gently and with care, we're going to start to come out now. So turn the head up to center and turn your hips back flat down onto the mat. Bring the knee into the chest for a moment. Lift the right leg as well. And we're going to do some single leg switches again. That's it. One then the other. Core strength here. One more time, and then bring that right knee into the chest, holding just for a moment before we come into our spinal twist on the other side. So now bring that right knee above the right hip and bring it across to the left side, and finish by bringing your head across to the right side as well. Notice my alignment and just double check yourself. Make sure that you are in the right posture, that the body is holding itself in the right way. It is important. Let's begin to bring ourselves out of this twist. So begin by bringing your head back to center, lifting your right knee, balancing out the hips. And we're going to move from here into a happy baby posture. So lower back is firmly pressed on the ground. Take those big toes. And if it feels good for you, maybe you can rock from side to side and just be playful. Do whatever feels good here. Now moving your legs into a diamond shape, connecting the toes, hands at prayer. We're going to do another fun transition here. So take your ankles and rock forward. Holding this shape through the body, rock back and forward and up. Holding for a moment before you rock back again. Keep this going. One more time, rock back. And as you come up, hold. And prepare to tap those toes onto the ground, taking another core-based exercise. Full control. Keep it going, up and down. Let's take one more tap and hold. Extending through the legs and arms, full boat. If you find this challenging, just keep that bend in those knees. Now let's bring those feet down onto the mat and prepare to roll ourselves forward and transition. Lifting up through the feet as you shoot the body up to a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, jump back to plank and move through your chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale to down dog. Really try to press those heels down into the mat and push up strong through the shoulders and hands into those hips. Move to high plank. Side plank, lifting through the left hand, stack those feet. Lifting those hips and drawing in your core. Open the feet slightly for balance and prepare to pump it up and down, lifting those hips up and down. Back to high plank, stack those feet. Left leg lifts and transitions up to the front of the mat and extend both legs into a pyramid pose. Drop the right knee down, low lunge, look forward, lift the arms. And exhale, hands down, and we're going to move from here into half split. So once those hands are on the ground, use them for support and move back into that right hip, extending the left leg. Make sure that the left hip is also pulled back. Come as deep down into the stretch with your upper body as you can. It's okay to push yourself a little bit here, take yourself to the edge, and you will progress. On the next inhalation, let's come back into a low lunge, bending now into the left leg and lifting through the upper body. If your knee agrees, kick up that right foot, take it with the right hand and draw that right foot towards your glute muscle, and you should be feeling an intense stretch here. Let's release that right foot back down to the mat. Cartwheel the right hand down, other side of your foot, and let's extend back. Runner's lunge. High plank, inhale, exhale, moving through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now let's take it to the other side. Inhale yourself into high plank, exchange to side plank, lift the right arm, and if you need to, you can bring that right leg across a little bit so that you have an extra bit of support, and pump it up and down, lift those hips up and down. Now stack those feet and lift the right leg up and bring it up to the front, and transition just for a breath to pyramid, moving into low lunge. Slowly start to bring your hands down either side of that front foot. Extend that front leg, half split. Draw back with the right hip and try to relax here with deep, slow breathing. On the next inhalation, let's come out of this by bending and moving into our right knee, coming forward. Lifting the left foot, taking with the left hand and drawing that left foot in towards your left glute. Release that left foot back down, and let's move into a high lunge through the legs, high plank and chaturanga. Inhaling to up dog And exhale to down dog. Great. Heels back down. We are going to move into some dolphin plank variations. So bring those elbows down, move to dolphin. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, transition your weight onto those elbows. Take a plank and inhale to dolphin. Exhale, dolphin plank, inhale to dolphin. Keep this going. Let's just take one more here and then come back into your dolphin plank, hold. Lift through the belly, lifting your belly button up towards your spine, really holding in that core. And now relax, bringing that belly down onto the mat, and let's take a Sphinx pose. Bring your hands down beneath the shoulders and lift back and into your child's pose. Now, as you take a deep breath in, roll out through the spine and coming to an up dog. And then lifting back into a down dog. Let's walk ourselves up the central line of our mats, all the way up to the front of our yoga mats, nice and slowly. Really taking a moment just to bring those heels down each time. From your forward fold, sweep forward and come back down, bringing the bum onto the mat, hands down onto the ankles, and have your legs in a diamond shape, also known as butterfly. And let's lean forward. Let's really come forward into our butterfly in a forward fold, really releasing the neck here. Let's all take one big deep breath in together. And as we exhale, slowly bring those shoulders back. And we're going to recline our butterfly, so calm down onto the mat, releasing vertebra by vertebra. When you've made it down onto the mat and your legs are in a butterfly position, open the palms facing upward and rest them onto your thighs. Let's all just take a moment to check in with self, reconnect to breath, and really feel where you're at right now. I invite you to join me for one more pose. Bring those heels in towards the bum and bring those palms back and above those shoulders, and you can lift here into a full wheel. Relax the neck and really lift up through the hips here. Let's just take a couple of rounds of breath here. And this should feel really good, but it's also a challenging pose in the beginning. So don't worry if you find it too difficult to lift into a full wheel. That's totally normal in the beginning. Just keep coming back and practicing. Now let's slowly bring those shoulders down, hips down, and bring those knees into the chest for a lower back release. When you feel ready, let's just release again, coming into our final resting pose of Shavasana. Arms by your side, palms facing up, and just completely let it all go and fully relax. Now, by all means, please stay here if you need extra rest. But if you're ready, you can start to reanimate the body and come back to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be releasing classes every other day, so if you want to get fit, healthy, live your best life, join me. Namaste.